Does God have a big toe? Stories about stories in the Bible. Mark Gelman, Oscar de Mayo, published by HarperCollins. And today's story, Coming Home. After wandering through the desert for 40 years, the children of Israel looked pretty bad. You could see the bones of the children right through their skin, and most of the cows and the sheep and the goats were so dried up they could not give milk. At least the people did not starve to death in the desert because of the food God sent for them, which was called manna. Manna collected on the plants in the morning, and it looked like grass seed, but tasted just a little better than sand. If you mushed it up with some water and baked it, it tasted a little like bread. Now Joshua, the servant of Moses, had been told that the land of Israel was flowing with milk and honey. Moses had told him, and God had told Moses. At night, around the campfires, Joshua would tell the children of Israel stories about the land of milk and honey. When he told them about the milk and honey, all the starving kids could think about was drinking some of that milk and eating some of that honey. When someone would find a honeycomb in the desert, every boy and girl in the camp would line up to get a tiny piece. They would lick their fingers all day, even after the honey had been licked off, just to try and remember the taste. On the night before entering the land of Israel, Joshua had to face the fact that he really did not know where to find the milk or where to find the honey. He was afraid to tell the children because they were so hungry. The day the children of Israel entered the land of Israel, people were crying and singing for joy. The children ran to the Jordan River yelling, "It's a milk river." They dove in, swallowing huge mouthfuls of water. "Ugh!" they cried. "This river is made of water." Then the children of Israel saw a mountain up ahead, and they cried out, "It's a honey mountain." They grabbed up handfuls of the mountain and stuffed it into their mouths. "Ugh!" they cried. "This mountain is made of dirt." That night the children of Israel camped inside the land of Israel, near the river Jordan and near the mountains of Moab, where Moses had said goodbye to them. The flocks were happy and well fed on the green grass that grew near the river. The families were dancing and singing for joy. Everyone felt happy at coming home to the land that was promised to their mothers and fathers. Joshua called together all the kids at the top of the little hill near the camp and said to them, "I want to tell you that I'm sorry. I don't know where to find the milk, and I don't know where to find the honey, but at least we are free, and we are together, and we are home at last." Then they all looked up, and in the light of the setting sun, the river looked milky white, and the mountains of Moab looked honey yellow. The next day, the children found many large honeycombs in the trees near the river, and they ate and ate until nobody wanted any more. And on that day, the goats and sheep and cows began to give milk again. They gave so much milk that everybody drank until they could not drink any more. Joshua led the people deeper into the land, but the children of Israel left behind a pile of rocks, a little jar of goat's milk, and a piece of honeycomb with a note, "To God, from all the kids, thank you for this place."